of Mr. Henry, as the autopsy was done today at 10 a.m. by Dr. Berg, was a heart attack. His left ventricle was highly blocked.
Breaking tonight, Omaha's police chief providing details in the death of a man taken into police custody. He died hours after he was booked into the Douglas County Jail. Good evening. For the first time, we're seeing Omaha police body cam footage during the arrest of 54-year-old Edward Henry. He died yesterday at the jail about 8 hours after he was arrested. And today we learned Henry was pulled over for a traffic stop as part of a burglary investigation.
Police showed us body cam video from officers during his arrest to provide clarity and transparency after witness videos started surfacing online. First Alert 6 Philip Catafamo was at the news conference.
And he joins us now in the studio with more on what else we learned today. Philip?
Brian and Jacqueline, video from Henry's arrest circulating online left a lot of question marks for the community about the actual incident. Now, like we said, today, OPD was joined by Omaha Mayor John Ewing and City Councilwoman Lavanya Goodwin to help answer some of those questions. Now, you can see officers surrounding Henry near the patrol vehicle. Footage from inside the cruiser shows officers switching Henry's handcuffs. Now, during this exchange, Henry tells officers multiple times, "I'm telling you, it hurts," we believe in reference to the cuffs. Now, officers tried to take him to the ground, which you see here, but Henry grabbed onto the cruiser bars. His arm was struck, and that was the only time he was struck, by officers to release the bar before he was taken to the ground, as you see here. Now, Chief Schmaderer says there was a knee on the ground, but it was only there for a brief time, and that was to control Henry's head. Now, we saw Henry's transportation to the hospital, where he later died hours later.
Omaha police officers did not discernibly contribute to Mr. Henry's death. Omaha police officers' actions with Mr. Henry was in accordance with our policy, procedures, and training.
An autopsy revealed 54-year-old Edward Henry died from a heart attack. He also suffered broken ribs due to a Lucas machine, which was used to revive him at the jail, which did not work. In the studio, I'm Philip Catafamo, First Alert 6. Back to you, Brian.
Philip, thank you for that. Now, in the past, body cam video isn't released until a grand jury sees it, but the only reason it was released today was because of an emergency provision.
Omaha's mayor and police chief decided they needed to show it now to be transparent with our community. Aaron Sullivan joins us in the studio with more. Aaron.
Transparency is why we are here today.
That was Omaha Mayor John Ewing on their decision to release the body camera video in the arrest of Edward Henry. Ewing, Chief Schmaderer, and North Omaha City Councilwoman Lavanya Goodwin all acknowledging this is a hard time for the community. This in-custody death comes less than a month after a Douglas County deputy shot and killed a 19-year-old during a firearms investigation, and after two high-profile officer-involved shootings last year. Chief Schmaderer hopes by being upfront, they can keep the community's trust.
In 2024, we had a rough stretch of encounters where individuals died in our custody of officer-involved shootings. If you recall, in the aftermath of those, we retrained the entire police department. We wanted to make sure that our culture was where we wanted it to be. Historically, the Omaha Police Department has had a low number of officer-involved shootings compared to other cities our size.
Schmaderer says they spoke with Henry's family yesterday. The chief added, police community relations does not mean things will always be perfect. He says it's about them being open, working to reduce incidents like this, and giving people a way to come forward with their questions. Brian.
Aaron, in this reminder, you can watch the entire news conference as well as a breakdown of what we've learned so far. We posted it to firstalert6.com.